In response to another major storm could be impacted as the state prepares to lay off hundreds of workers.
The Department of Transportation still trying to determine which employees would ultimately be impacted. CBS 17's Michael Hyland live right now in Raleigh. He's getting answers about why this is happening and the greater impact it could have. Michael.
I just talked to the leaders here at the DOT about this. In the last few years, we have seen major flooding from storms, but several other storms have also caused the state to have to spend much more to clean up damage than in the past. Because there's less money available, the DOT is looking at about 1,100 temporary and contract jobs that could be cut. About half of those workers could be laid off in the next couple weeks. For about a decade, the state spent on average about $65 million a year on storm response. Recently, that's jumped to more than $225 million. I asked the DOT's Chief Operating Officer, Robert Lewis, what happens if we have another major storm like Matthew or Florence?
We're very limited on how we can respond. That's a lot of the reason why we're trying to reduce our expenditure now, because we know we have an obligation to the people in North Carolina to keep the roadway safe.
The DOT says road projects already underway will continue. The funding for those comes from a separate pot of money. Another issue driving all of this, lawsuits. The state has spent more than $300 million to settle cases that are tied to the MAP Act. The state Supreme Court found it was illegal. The state was holding on to land for future road projects without letting the property owners develop that land. Live in Raleigh, Michael Hyland, CBS 17 News.